So there's something interesting going on. I'm looking for clips right now, but it seems like Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO of Rumble, and Elon Musk are now retweeting each other, which is great for Rumble. I think I gained like 500 followers yesterday, which is a lot for Rumble. You know what I mean? Like that's gaining like thousands on YouTube.
Yeah, there's different levels.
Chris went on Fox today and named names of advertisers that refused to advertise on X and GARM. You see here,
like Fox and
he's first dropped 20 minutes ago. Diego North America, it's a alcohol beverage, is on GARM's steer team, leading the cartel to boycott Rumble, X, and others that don't meet their one-size-fits-all brand safety standards. Quote, there is no scenario where we approve a platform that has Steven Crowder and Alex Jones or the like. They're going to, by the way, I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but Elon Musk and Rumble are both suing GARM, the marketing agencies, as well as individual employees there. And I think they're going to win. They have all sorts of emails like this from the Capitol Hill. What do they call them?
I saw that earlier that they were doing that. Yeah.
So they have this is a literal smoking gun. This is saying, yes, we are GARM. We are advising you not to advertise there. And then they say no.
You're not allowed to do so.
And then within moments,
Elon man bad.
Yeah. Within moments, they protected their tweets.
Oh, how coincidental.
Yeah. And I'm trying to see if anybody knows. Let's say Chris
Clankers might have run their page through the archive, so there might be an archival page.
He was on Fox. I'm trying to find the clip. He says today at 1:30 Eastern. That was a half an hour ago. Here you go. Here's his clip on Fox News. Don't flag me, bro.
A group of social media companies led by Elon Musk
is as loud as it gets,
suing an advertising trade group for what they're calling an illegal boycott. One of those companies joining the lawsuit is online video sharing platform Rumble, one of YouTube's largest competitors. Their CEO, Chris Pavlovsky, joins us now. Chris, explain to me in layman's terms what this is all about. It gets a little complicated and in the
Not
weeds,
really.
but from your perspective, what is at issue here?
Thanks for having me on. So what's happening right now, I guess the simplest way to put it, if you're an advertiser and you don't want to advertise on Rumble or X, that's totally fine. You have the option to do that.
I love that, helping each other.
The problem happens when you have a consortium or a group like the World Federation of Advertisers, or in their group that they created called GARM, which then assembles all these advertisers and agencies, which creates a huge amount of power for these for GARM to basically.
By the way, they own they control 90 cents of every dollar online. And look what's happening to Rumble stock today, by the way, since he went up on the news.
Yeah, it'll go back up.
Instruct these companies on whether or not and how they want to deploy brand safety standards. So what happens here is once you have a huge consortium that creates a monopoly across all the big ad budgets that dictate a brand safety standard, they then can now discriminate against certain voices on other platforms. If they don't like what some speech might happen on Rumble or X, they can say, we're not going to touch that, which then causes advertising rates to go higher because now they're only accessing a certain portion of the market, and then drives higher prices for their shareholders and their brands. This harms the advertisers, the shareholders. It creates higher fees for the agencies, and also harms Rumble creators and Rumble viewers and the Rumble platform.
Chris, I get why you don't like it, and I think it's foolish for these companies to avoid platforms like Rumble or X.
This is great for Rumble. This is like going out on Fox, and it's like a huge endorsement for Rumble.
It gets some huge attention.
Yeah, and granted, it's 12:30 in the afternoon, but
the ad-driven internet has been dead for a while anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. That's the thing.
You think Rumble gives a fuck?
Yeah, Rumble doesn't care about the ads. Like we
Rumble,
know,
BitChute, Odyssey, other sites like that, they're not ad driven at this point. It definitely brings in money, but it's not the main bringer of money.
what Rumble's even doing is they're creating their own products. That ad read I did earlier was a Rumble product, and they have like a dog treat, and they have their coffee. They'll just create their own products. That's the greatest end around imaginable. You just create. Why you don't need Starbucks to run ads? You make your own products.
They stopped giving a shit.
Yeah, and most creators like Styx and I, we make our living either with ad reads or with your Rumble rants or super chats. Like we are fan funded for the most part,
or with offside merch,
or merch
like with my books and stuff like that. Like that's the main living that I make. That and the super chats and stuff like that.
Yep, and that's
I don't take any ad revenue at all.
That's right. Tarl Warwick Books.blogspot.com. Brian M says Jeremy won't read this. I just did. Let's continue. It's only another minute left.
But I don't understand how it's illegal. Tell me why this is a legal issue.
Yeah, so when you have a monopoly and you create a monopoly by assembling all this power and control to dictate a certain standard of how you're going to spend that money, that's not a free market. The Sherman Act does not allow that. So that's illegal. There's different rules and standards when you're a monopoly. And what the World Federation of Advertisers has done is they created a monopoly to basically tell a monopoly to tell all these advertisers how they should spend money based on certain speech. So you can't use the First Amendment in a way by having a monopoly to dictate how you're going to deploy funds. This is harmful to their advertisers. It's harmful to the Rumble creators, and it's basically there's a completely different set of rules when you're a monopoly, and that's how you have to look at this.
Well, it's going to be interesting. You see Elon Musk saying time to air the dirty laundry.
Yeah, but you got to realize when you're going up against Google or any other similar site, you're going up against a many-headed hydra with trillions and trillions of dollars behind it, including taxpayer funding.
Yeah, and that's exactly why Rumble stock sold off today too.
Yeah, Rumble is going up against the hydra. They might win in the end, but I wouldn't be honestly, I wouldn't be too hopeful.
Somebody said in chat, but Rumble still can't be played on my TV. Get a Roku. They're like $2. A Roku or a Fire Stick, they're on sale for like almost nothing all the time.
You can play Rumble on your TV. You can cast internet to your TV.
Yeah, you can cast, but also a lot of TVs have the app natively, but some of them don't yet. So once they get them, then you'll be okay. But for right now,
damn, why do boomers never understand the joys of the desktop experience?
Yeah, do you like 70+% of people that
dude, I've got total ad block. I've locked my system down. I can watch whatever the fuck I want, cast it to a TV screen, do whatever I want. You don't understand the bliss.
It is good. Yeah, it is a good time. Great. So it'll be interesting to see if they continue to name names. The first company they named is Diego North America, which isn't really that impressive.
Is that a liquor company? Or?
Yeah, it's some small liquor company.
Oh.
But they've also said that they're going to, meanwhile, I'm willing to bet they advertise on YouTube, Facebook, and others where Steven Crowder is also available.
Crowder is sporadically available on YouTube.
Yeah,
depends on whether they've banned him in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of they choose to ban him at convenient times. Now he's banned like basically right up to the election, I think. So
how coincidental.
Yeah. And then they like giving him strikes from videos that were like 10 years old or something like that. It's very, very, very convenient. It's all very convenient, I think. But nonetheless, it'll be interesting. Yeah, I think it's obviously an immensely uphill battle that I don't know that they'll win, but sometimes it isn't about winning, and sometimes it's about exposing things to people, to the world, to see. Maybe this lawsuit, hey, the Google just lost that antitrust lawsuit yesterday, or 2 days ago. That's a big deal. I never thought they would lose that.
Yeah.
So that the government declared essentially that they're an effective monopoly, and
well, that was one circuit court, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
They'll appeal it.
They'll appeal it forever, and
it'll be appealed. It'll be squashed, and then it'll never get before SCOTUS.
Hopefully not.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on that one, I'm pessimistic, and it takes a lot to make me a pessimist.
Well, here's what I can say to be optimistic about. Rumble's on sale today, boys. 21 cents off today alone.
Maybe I need to get in on that.
Look at what happened. 3
hours.
How much
is it per share?
$5, $5.62. Look at what happened. Look what happened the day Chris announced it. Director Robert Arzov sells 27,500 shares of Rumble. I wonder if that has anything to do with him going on live TV and suing these companies. I wonder. It's
a coincidence.
Yeah. Now,
coincidences happen all the time. Don't be a conspiracy theorist.
My apologies. This is probably just a coincidence that he sold 30,000 shares today.